The most colorful and I think smartest horses in the world that you've ever seen right here tonight. Let's give them a nice welcome. They've come down all the way from Idaho to be with us. Here's Dee and Dwayne Madsen, our Indian chief and Indian princess in this year's Wild West show. And the beautiful leopard spotted Appaloosa horses. Hi, Chief. Watch out. Don't throw that thing this way. I'm going to get out of your way. I know if you get him on the warpath, you're in real trouble. Now, you take a look at the pretty lady, and you take a look at the chief, and watch them close. That horse you're looking at now, Warhawk, is 23 years old. And that horse came from a champion cutting horse, and that champion cutting horse's father came off of the famous King Ranch right here in Texas. So although the horse lives in Idaho, that's a Texas-bred Appaloosa champion. How many of you have heard of the King Ranch? I know you have, surely. The Indians preferred the colorful horses. When they went out for the war party or for the hunt party, they always rode a paint and most often an Appaloosa. That was their horse of choice. Now, how many of you horse show fans have ever tried to make your horse go back a few steps? Take a look at this. And you might give him a touch of your applause right now as he comes toward the fence. You don't only back him a few steps, he backs him from one side to the next. And right on cue, another high school horse. He goes to his knees for a nice bow. Now they work as a team, as husband and wife, and everything they do and everywhere they go, their horses are like their family, just like their kids. And again, your kindness is shown with your applause to our guest from Idaho, the Madsen family. They're on the road about 45 weeks out of every year. When they leave here on Tuesday morning, they'll be going all the way out to Arizona to perform in the next couple of days. Wouldn't be a Wild West show, would it, without cowboys and Indians? Kind of takes you kids back to your high school days and your recess time in grade school. The teeter-totter always there. Look at that thing bend in the middle, will you? There's a lot of horse weight up on that one. Thank you, Chief. Now, we'd like to point out to you that the chief is the only Indian chief in the world who has a horse older than his squaw. Right. Got a young gal out there. He likes them young and pretty. Thank you. It's amazing how those horses react so fast to their cues, and they're using cues you can't even see, only they know what they are. Now we're going to put the princess in the spotlight. You've all seen this famous portrait, ladies and gentlemen. Now it's time to give them your applause and your hospitality for the portrait at the end of the trail. The Indian atop the spotted horse with their heads bowed down low. That hangs in many of the great museums around the country. Now, what goes up has got to come down, except this time it only comes down half the way at a time. Now, you're looking at obedience. You're not looking at just a high school horse. You're looking at a horse with a college education. A college horse. Hey, now watch this on this end. Here's a couple of our George Strait lookalikes here today. Now, we always want to see which one can go the highest. The horse is going to do all the work. Watch the chief. Oh, boy, that was a good one. He makes the horse take a step to the right, to the left, and that puts the horse's weight on the board, and that is all that makes the board go up and down. Who's going to win tonight? The cowboy in the dark shirt, the cowboy in the pink shirt. They're both having a whole lot of fun. One more big bounce. Thank you, guys. Now look at these little gentlemen here. That's for all you ladies out there, all you nice young girls. Easy. The chief is on the warpath now. The Indians had a lot of inventive ways of surviving during their days years ago, and this is one of them. If you had a couple of Indians out there being chased by a band of soldiers or enemies, they could zig and zag their horse and make it look like there were maybe 50 Indians instead of 2 Indians. With a lot of tracks, a lot of confusion on the ground, that would tell the enemy they might not should chase them and catch them because it's probably a lot of them, a big war party, instead of just 2 or 3. I told you this horse right here had some cutting blood back in his bloodline from his father and grandfather. Well, here's some of that cutting talent coming out now. And also, if your enemy was trying to get to you on horseback or on foot, a horse that could zig and zag as quick as this one could keep your enemy away from you. He couldn't hit you with that spear or hit you with that run. And if you make him mad, he'll just chase you up the hills. Hey, she's pretty fast, isn't she, Alan? She's fast. There's a fast lady. The horse reins and handles well. It's about as good as any you can see. You'll not see a horse that can spin much faster than this. And this time, it's going to be without a bridle. The bits are removed. The bridle is gone. Only a little piece of leather around the horse's neck. That's all we have there. He turns on a dime. There's a well-trained horse. 23 years old. Let's give the chief a little welcome right now. And once again, his portrayal of that famous portrait, The End of the Trail. You probably know that fire has always been a natural enemy to animals of all kinds, maybe especially horses. But with your help, when he goes over, everybody yell real loud, "Here he goes, up and over." We're going to do it one more time for you. Get a little louder this time. There's some danger here. Here it is. Now watch this. Come on, clap your hands and yell and scream. We're going to go inside the burning fire. And the chief will ask that horse to kneel down on his knees inside the fire, just like that. And there is what you get when you put the two great performers, husband and wife, the Madsen family, Dee and Dwayne, together in the portrayal of the American Indian and their favorite kind of horse. They came in side by side, carrying the lance of war, the lance of love, and now they ride out the same way. Man and wife, we hope you've enjoyed them. Again, a long way from home tonight for a Wild West show. The Madsens and their colorful, wonderful horses. Thank you. Thank you, Chief. Once again, mighty nice. Job well done. There's a fellow.